So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to discuss the interview experience for a software engineer role at Visa. So, Visa is a multinational company, and if you check on YouTube, there are not many resources for Visa's interview experience. So, we thought of making one. So, Visa is currently hiring a lot, especially on campus. So, I think this video will be useful for anyone who's preparing for uh, Visa. And for this, we have with us Kush Bajaj, who is currently studying in MNIT, that's Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur. And he graduated in 2025, and he's recently gotten an offer for, from Visa. And he was the one who suggested that we should make this video. So, hello, Kush. Welcome to the channel.
Hello, Amisha. How are you?
I am good, and thank you for suggesting this because he said that he did not find a lot of resources for
Yeah,
research. So I think this video will be useful for everyone.
yeah.
So without wasting any time, let's first dive into how was the online assessment round in Visa.
Okay. So first of all, the company came into our college for on-campus drive, and they gave us the form to fill. And then after the form filling, there was a shortlisting based on resume, and on which around 100 to 120 students were selected for online assignment. And there were four questions in online assignment. Two were easy, one was medium type, and one was hard lead code problem. And the questions were basically on strings and array only, and everyone got the different sets. So you have to just complete the four question in time span of 90 minutes. And if you have done a decent amount of question in lead code, uh, that would much help you doing that questions easily.
Okay, so what were the questions, if you can share?
Okay, so basically the hard one was a variant of buy and sell stock problem that was on lead code. It was a type of variation of that problem, only the logic was quite similar. And another one is of string manipulation, in which you have given a string and then you have to extract some information from those strings and have to do operation according to that. And one was of array, in which you have to just add the number according to the prefix sum of type of array. And the medium one is also basically a combination of string and recursion type. So these were the four questions.
Okay, okay. So online assessment, how many questions did you solve, and how many questions, if you solve, you will get probably an interview call?
Okay, so basically, most of our those who are selected for the further processes, they all have solved four questions only. So all of us have solved four questions, and they have shortlisted based on the time also, because many other people who have done four questions but have taken more time that then they are not selected.
Okay, so time matters also, resume,
Yeah,
CGP, all these things matter because company is not very transparent at
yeah, yeah.
any point. Okay, coming to the interview round. So how many rounds were there?
So basically, there are three rounds, out of which two are technical and one is HR plus tech model.
Okay. So yeah, so this is we are talking about the fresher, like the first software engineer level. So let's talk about the first round. What was asked in the first round? How did it go for you?
Okay, so basically the first round lasts for 1 hour, and it starts with the basic introduction of mine and what I am doing currently and all these things. And after that, they directly jumped into my project that was uh, that was there in my resume. So basically, around 30 to 35 minutes of talk was basically on my resume only. So what are the technologies I am using and why I'm using? What are the thought processes that I selected this technology, and what are the APIs, what are the database, and all the project related questions. Around 30 to 35 minutes, or mostly most of the part of the interview was based on the project. And after that, they have given me two SQL queries. Uh, they are, I would say, basic to medium level, joins and all that. And after that, they just asked me about the, what we can say, basic concepts of OOPS, what are the four pillars, and an operating system also. They have touched only upper surfaces, like why we use operating system and what are the advantages of using operating system. And after that, there is a one DSA standard question, which I have to solve. After that, yeah, that was the first round.
Okay, so that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Operating system, SQL, DSA, project. So was it same for all your friends also, like everyone who was selected? So how was the round for other people, if you know that?
Okay, so basically, the first round was quite similar in the structure. So all the other peoples are asked about the project only, and DSA and OOPS question and SQL are common between all of us. So
Okay.
all of
And how was the DSA question? Like, was it hard? Was it medium? What level was it at?
it's a type of medium standard DSA question in which you can find in many of the HD sheets that are available on the Google. So that was a quite standard question. If you have done this, then you can do that in very easy.
How many people selected for the second round, and how was the second round?
Okay, so basically, out of 150 or 120 people from online coding round, 15 were selected for the first round, and after that, from 15 people, around 10 to 12 people were selected for the second round.
Okay.
And the second round also, they are just extending the conversation for the projects, and next 20 to 25 minutes were based on the project only, and they in the second round they dig deeper into the project also, like what are the technologies and what are the real implementation and what are the actual concepts behind APIs, what are the SOAP concept, what are the RESTful APIs, and what are the horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. You can find these all question uh, like related to the database also. So these were the questions that were asked about the project. And after that, the similar to the first round, but little bit more deeper, like what are the deadlocks, how to prevent it, what are the basic conditions, and what are the method overloading, method overriding loops, and another one DSA question and SQL queries, and little bit of computer networks were also asked.
Okay. So basically, a lot of things like oops. So were you asked DSA also in second round?
Okay, so in DSA, I was given again a standard problem on a string, in which I have given a string and I have to find the maximum length of substring which doesn't have any repeating characters. So this is a very standard question, and you can solve it in optimal way.
So basically, there are, if you are preparing for visa, you have to prepare for everything.
Yeah.
Cool. And how was the third round?
Okay. So third round, basically, we around from 10 to 12 people, we got selected. Around 9 people are selected for the third round, and it was just for 15 to 20 minutes, and it was an HR plus techno round, in which 1 to 2 questions were asked about again on the project, and they were talking me like asking me for the what are the roles that I am interested in, because I have written machine learning also in my resume. So they were interested in finding what either you want to go in the data science role or the backend role. So they were asking me my interest and what are the basic standard question, like where do you see yourself in your 5 years, and why do you want to join Visa, and among many companies that are present currently hiring, why do you want to join as a Visa employer, and all the basic standard question of the HR. Yeah, that was around 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. And what did you answer when they asked why do you want to join visa? What was your answer there?
So basically, I have research on Visa on Wikipedia and many resources. So I just answered them that Visa is uh, around from 70 to 77 years. It has established, and it's a very good company to join, and it has a very reliable financial provide. It's a I think world leader in financial services. So it will be an honor to join this company.
Okay, got it. So yeah, this is important that you research about the company.
Yeah.
So great. I think we have covered a lot of things. And how many people finally got the offer, by the way?
Okay. So from 9 people, we three got selected for the visa.
Got it. So great. So yeah, and how did you prepare for this interview? Because there are a lot of components, operating system, DBMS,
Yeah. Yeah.
computer network, so on. So
So first of all, we start from the DSA questions. So I have done Striver DSA sheet that was of standard questions, like around 150 to 200 questions is there. So I have covered them all. And for operating system and OOPS, I have looked for the Love playlist that was available on the YouTube. And they have also given the notes so you can revise at the last moment. And that helped me a very lot for preparing in the last moment. And for DBMS, I prefer Sanchit Sharma. That was of Gate Smasher, I think. So from for DBMS, I prefer
No,
Gate
I
Smasher.
think Sanchit Sharma is Knowledge Gate, if I'm
Yeah,
not.
knowledge. Sorry. So Knowledge Gate for DBMS and computer networks also from Knowledge Gate.
So, any other tips for someone who's preparing for visa, especially like not in general interviews, but visas interview process?
So they just ask about the what we can say basic concepts of the subjects and how you well know about the basic implementation of the something data structures and what are the OOPS concept, and they don't go much deeper in that concept, but you know the basic, but you should know the basics of all the things. And it will all the rounds will be revolve around your resume only. So whatever you have written in your resume, each and every word should be defined and should be clearly explained why you have written in the resume. So be prepared for resume also.
So, yeah, and one more thing you mentioned about your project. So, and they asked a lot about your project. So, was it the same for everyone? Because if say your project is not that great, some
Yeah.
people don't have that good project. So, what would happen in that case? Since I think you had a good project, so
Okay.
what do you think about in that
Basically,
case?
in the starting round only, they asked me whether you have done a major project in any of the tech stack. So I have said that I have done in one stack. But if you uh, suggest them or ask for them that you haven't done any project, then they can shift your or what you can say. You can they can provide you with more DSA questions and SQL queries, like so that they can understand that you have done something or not. So if you in the beginning only, if you say that you haven't done any major project in any of the text field, then they can shift their interview in the DSA type of round.
Okay, okay. That also you can do. Cool then. I think we have covered most of the things. Anything else that comes to your mind?
Okay, so try to just make your resume as simple as that, and don't just add too many things like you want to just show, yeah, you know this, you know that, because they will gonna ask from every part of the resume. If you have written even a simple uh, line, for example, I have written C++. So basically, I have done C++ only, but I have written C also. So basically, they ask me about C also and all these things. So just make your resume as simple as you know, and it will just work for you.
Got it. Yeah, that's important because even in my some of my interviews, they were asked that I had just mentioned Python. So they asked me some very simple question in Python. So if
Yeah,
you have done Python, you will be able to do it. But if you have never done Python, if you just written it, then you will be in a big trouble. So that, anyways, you should never lie in your resume. That's one thing.
yeah.
So I think with that we have covered most of the things. So thank you so much, Kush, for coming here on a weekend, especially after you've been placed, because I know people want to enjoy their college life. And thank you so much for making this video.
Thank you, Amisha, you too, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience, and it would help many people who are preparing for visa. So thank you so much.
So cool, guys. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I also share Kush's LinkedIn in the description. So if you have any doubts, you can ping him and hopefully he'll reply.
Okay.
So with that, bye bye and see you in another video.